250th anniversary of our independence of the United States of America, and we are here to celebrate this Shabbat. So let's get started. Hine Matov.
טוב ומנעים, שבטוחים גם יחד. הנה מה 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 טוב ומנעים, שבטוחים גם יחד.
I invite all those who are able to please rise at this time as we light the Shabbat candles and officially welcome in Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lechadlik ner shel Shabbat.
You may be seated. Turn to page 5, Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Bolachem L'Shalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Bachuni L'Shalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Tzeinchem L'Shalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Turn to page 14, Yismechu Hashamayim.
ישמחו השמיים, השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ותגל הארץ. ישמחו השמיים,
Hashamayim.
ישמחו השמיים,
Hashamayim.
ישמחו השמיים, ותגל הארץ. יירם הים, יירם הים, יירם הים, אלוהי. יירם הים, יירם הים, יירם הים, אלוהי. ישמחו השמיים,
Hashamayim.
ישמחו השמיים,
Hashamayim.
ישמחו השמיים, ותגל הארץ. Volume of 20.
kadosh Adonai Eloheinu memor. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu memor. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu behar kodosho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu behar kodosho. We turn to page 23, L'chadodi.
שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם ותפארת ולתהילה, ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לך ונחה, כי היא מקור הברכה. מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. We rise and face the doorway. אוי ושלום עטרת בעלה, דם ושמחה ובצהלה. תוכן עוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
Now that we have officially welcomed Shabbat, we got that Shabbat energy flowing throughout the sanctuary. I want to invite you to wish each other a Shabbat Shalom and a happy 4th of July. Good Shabbos. All right, Shabbat Shalom. I invite all those who are currently in mourning or observing a Yortzeit this week to please remain standing for Kaddish Yatom, the Mourner's Kaddish, page 30. Yit Kadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma divra kirute v'yamlich malchute, B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala uv'izman kariv ve'imru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lalmei olamaya. Yit barach v'yishtabach v'yit pa'ar v'yit romam v'yit naseh. V'yit hadar v'yit aleh v'yit halal shemei dekudesha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush bechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shamaya. V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Osei shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Invite all who are able to please rise at this time for the Baruch Hu, the call to worship, page 39. You may be seated. With timeless love, you have loved your people, the house of Israel. You have taught us Torah and mitzvot, statutes and laws. Therefore, Adonai, our God, as we lie down and as we rise up, we shall speak of your laws, rejoicing in the words of your Torah and in your mitzvot forever and ever. Ahavat Olam, page 40.
בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו לך הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לעוד על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך.
We'll continue silently with the paragraphs on page 42.
Adonai Elohechem emet.
Who is like you, Adonai, among the mighty? Who is like you, adorned in holiness, revered in praise, working wonders? Mi chamocha, page 44.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha netor b'kodesh nora, nora, nora te'ilot, osef eleh. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha netor b'kodesh nora, nora, nora te'ilot, osef eleh. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקעים לפני משה. זה אלי, ענו ויאמרו. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקעים לפני משה. זה אלי, ענו ויאמרו. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נטול בקודש נורא, נורא, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נטול בקודש נורא, נורא, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. Adonai melech leolam va'ed. Adonai melech leolam va'ed. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedor b'kodesh nora, nora, nora tehilot osef eleh, osef eleh, osef eleh.
Allow us, Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Hashkivenu, the top of page 45.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'chol mideinu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'chol mideinu malkeinu lechaim. Ushmor tzeitvenu u'emoleinu lechaim u'shalom me'atar ve'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורי סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
Amen. Turn to page 46, Vishamru.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המרית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המרית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המרית עולם. כי ששת ימים, כי ששת ימים, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המרית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המרית עולם.
I invite us to rise, bottom of page 46, Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ועל מה דיברה קירוצי וימליך מלכותי, בחיי כל אביון וכל, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם ולעולם ועלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה. בריחו לילה מן כל בחצה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמה, ואמרו amen.
Continue with the silent Amidah, which begins on page 47 through page 52. Continue a prayer for peace, Shalom Rav, page 51.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Shalom Rav Al Kol Yoshvei Tevel Tasim Leolam Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Shalom Rav al kol yoshvei tevel tasim leolam ki ata melech adon lechol hashalom ki ata melech adon lechol hashalom Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Shalom Rav al kol yoshvei tevel Tasim Leolam V'tol beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם ושלום רב על כל יושבי תבל תשים לעולם ברוך אתה אדוני המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום. עושה שלום במרומיו, עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום, הוא יעשה שלום, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down.
After asking God for peace, it's now our chance to ask God for healing. Healing for our friends, our family members, our community, for all those in Israel and around the world. Please join us in the Misha Berach.
May the source of strength who bless all ones be
May God grant all those in need of healing a refuah shlema, a complete and speedy recovery. May be seated. We'll continue with Kaddish Shalem, page 54.
Shabbat Shalom. This weekend, our country celebrates its 250th birthday. Whatever our politics or our personal stories, I think it's worth pausing simply to say, that's remarkable. For a nation to endure for a quarter of a millennium is no small thing. Our country began as an experiment in self-government. History was filled with nations and empires that rose quickly and disappeared just as fast. The Roman Empire lasted 500 years. America's halfway to there. That kind of longevity does not happen by accident. Nations endure because every generation decides what is worth preserving, what needs strengthening, and what kinds of legacy it wants to leave behind. Every generation inherits a story and then adds another chapter to it. I was thinking about America's birthday this week. I realized our Torah portion is wrestling with exactly the same question. Who inherits the story? I've always thought that the English title Numbers for the book of Numbers in Torah was misleading because it's less about counting than it is about recounting or recording. It's a record of names, lists and lists of names. And in the ancient world, names weren't simply about identity. They were about inheritance and legacy. In the Torah, names, inheritance, and legacy are all inseparable. A name wasn't simply who you were, it was how your family's story continued. And that's why in Judaism, we still pray for people by name. At Yizkor, we speak names. We recite Kaddish in memory of names. We are a people who refuse to let names disappear. So in this week's Torah portion, when the daughters of Zelophehad, if I have to say it, you need to say it too. Everybody with me, Zelophehad. Good job. When the daughters of Zelophehad ask, why should our father's name disappear, they're not simply asking about property. They're asking about remembrance. They're asking that their father's place in Israel's story not be erased. The timing is important. The Israelites in our current narrative are finally nearing the end of 40 years in the wilderness. A new census has been completed. The promised land is about to be divided among the tribes. Every family will receive an inheritance. Every family will become part of the map of Israel. And then in the middle of all of those names, big list of names, the Torah stops, and 5 women step forward. Mala, Noah, Hogla, Milcah, Tirzah. Their father, Zelophehad, had died, leaving no sons, and under the assumptions of the day, that meant that his family's inheritance and his name would disappear. So these 5 sisters come before Moses, Eleazar and the leaders, and the entire community, not with a rebellion. They were really hot at that point, not with a protest. We've had plenty of rebellions in the wilderness. Instead, they do something profoundly Jewish. They ask a question. Why should our father's name disappear simply because he had no son? I love that question because they're not really asking for land. They're asking for legacy. They're not asking to change their father's story. They're not asked to be written out of it. Moses doesn't know the answer. I love that detail too. The greatest prophet who ever lived doesn't pretend that he knows everything. He brings the question to God, and God answers. Ken benot Zelophehad dovrot, the daughters of Zelophehad speak rightly. God establishes a new inheritance rule. If there's no son, daughters get to inherit, and there's a whole list of people after that. One family's question becomes the law for an entire people. Not because God's values changed, but because God's justice was being applied more faithfully. The principles stayed the same. Their application became more complete. The rabbis later praised these women as wise and righteous. They weren't looking for a loophole. They loved Torah enough to believe that it had an answer. Justice doesn't always begin by shouting louder. Sometimes it begins by asking a better question. As I reflected on America's 250th birthday, I couldn't help but hear an echo of that. One of the remarkable features of the American experiment is that our founders understood future generations would face questions that they themselves could never imagine. They created a constitutional process that allows enduring principles to be applied in new circumstances. That's not permission to abandon first principles. It's a recognition that faithful people will continue asking faithful questions. That's exactly what the daughters of Zelophehad did. They didn't reject the covenant. They trusted it enough to believe it could answer their question. A faithful question doesn't weaken the covenant, it strengthens it. I find myself wondering about those future generations. What became of the descendants of Mala, Noah, Hogla, Milcah, and Tirzah? What acts of kindness, what scholars, what leaders? We'll never know. But we do know this. Their father's name endured. We all said it today. Their father's name endured because they cared enough to preserve his legacy. And isn't that in many ways what we do every time we gather for Yizkor? We refuse to let a name disappear. As we gather this Shabbat on the eve of our 250th birthday, perhaps that's the question worth asking ourselves. Not simply, what have we inherited, but what will we leave behind? Because every generation inherits a story. Every generation writes the next chapter. May we cherish the inheritance that we've received. May we have the wisdom to know what principles are timeless, the humility to recognize when justice calls us to deeper understanding, and the courage to ask faithful questions with respect, integrity, and hope. And may we, like the daughters of Zelophehad, be remembered not only for what we inherited, but for the legacy that we leave behind. Happy 4th of July and Shabbat Shalom.
Aleinu, page 56. I invite all those who are able to please rise once the ark is open.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל חמונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
You may be seated. This week we offer condolences to the families of Eileen Morrison, Irving B. Rose, Joyce Katz, Asher Aviv, George Bruno, Eleanor Tots, Yvonne Dushkin Levine, Ricky Harold Wallace. I invite all those who are in mourning or observing a yortzeit to please rise at this time for Kaddish Yatom, the Mourner's Kaddish. Please join together, page 58. Yit kadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divra kirute v'amlich malchute, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lalmei alamaya. Yit barach, v'yit tabach, v'yit pa'ar, v'yit romam, v'yit naseh, v'yit hadar, v'yit ale, v'yit halal, shemei dekudesha berechu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen. Osei shalom b'imromav, hu ya'asei shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen. You may be seated. I want to thank Julie Sachs for accompanying us on piano, and to Cantor Goldman for a wonderful sermon. Got a few announcements. Next Shabbat, July 11th, that is next Shabbat, our tradition teaches that at age 70, we begin again, making 83 the new 13. So we are celebrating the second B'nai Mitzvah of all of our members that were born in 1943, just a few years ago, next Saturday. So please join us at 9:30 a.m. right here in Friedman-Levitt. And then in 2 weeks from tonight, please join us for an inclusive summer Shabbat renewal service as we celebrate the importance of belonging in Jewish community life. We'll welcome members of our disability community, many of whom have participated in our holiday inclusion programs over the years, to join us up here on the Bima and help lead our Shabbat renewal service. That is 2 Fridays from tonight. Also, we have our religious school and our Kahila High registration are officially open. Next week, we have a really wonderful volunteer opportunity at Ashel House next Sunday, July 12th. It is limited to only 12 volunteers. You have to be 12 or up. Volunteers under 18 must be accompanied by an adult, and you can register after Shabbat on our websites. And Rabbi Morgan has a new Lunch and Learn series, there he is back there, called Being Creative, What Does the Bible Say About Creation, and What Does It Mean? A pretty light topic. So you can come for just one session, or you can join us throughout the series. It is $18 per session, which includes lunch, so not a bad deal. So registration can be found on our websites. Wishing everyone a Shabbat Shalom and a happy July 4th. I invite us all to rise, and I invite all the children here to come up for Kiddush and Motzi. Are there any children? I see a couple of children. You get free challah.
Free challah.
All right, we got one
Good stuff.
volunteer.
It's over there. Sabri.
L'chaim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzah banu v'shabbat kodsho ve'ova uvratzayne inchilanu zitkaron l'maseh v'reishit ki chol yom techila lemikra kodesh zecher l'tzion mitzrayim ki banu b'cholta v'tanu kidashta mikol yomim b'shabbat kodshecha ve'achava uvratzon hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen.
Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.